Get ready for the action, because we start with Spaun, still processing the surreal truth of his U.S. Open victory. This 35-year-old champion is talking about the unbelievable feeling of being crowned the U.S. Open champion and what it means to step onto the course again. We dive into how Spaun is navigating the intense emotions after that major win and what he's learning about managing expectations as he prepares for his next challenge.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the massive shakeup coming from the tennis world, as #1 Sabalenka calls for a boycott if players do not receive a bigger cut of Grand Slam revenues. This top-ranked player, alongside Jannik Sinner and other top 10 athletes, has expressed deep disappointment regarding the prize money distribution at tournaments like the French Open. Find out what the players are demanding and why they believe a collective action might be the only way forward. We switch gears to the grind as we track UTC golfer Ward Harris moving closer to the U.S. Open with a strong showing in qualifying. Harris shot a 3 under 68 at the local qualifier and is now fighting to secure a spot in the final qualifying rounds happening across the country. We cover the path this sophomore golfer is taking to reach the biggest stage in the sport. And finally, brace yourselves for a major setback as Raducanu shockingly pulls out of the Italian Open moments after giving a press conference. The 23-year-old announced she is withdrawing due to post-viral syndrome, which has serious implications for her ranking and her chances at Roland Garros. Don't miss the full story on the challenges Raducanu is facing and what this withdrawal means for her season. Stay with us for more breaking news. Spaun is reflecting on the surreal experience of winning the U.S. Open, describing his tenure as the reigning champion as a strange period. Speaking at a Media Day presentation for the upcoming tournament at Shinnecock Hills, Spaun expressed humility about his victory, calling it the most humble major champion experience imaginable. The 35-year-old late bloomer will defend his title when the first round begins on June 18. Spaun recalled the intensity of being announced as the champion after the Travelers' Championship, noting the overwhelming reaction from the crowd. He stated that hearing the roar of the crowd on each tee box provides a significant feeling of inspiration and reflection on his achievement. Despite the championship win, Spaun has faced early struggles in the season, recording 4 missed cuts in his first 7 events, with a top finish tying for 24th. He felt validated by winning the Valero Texas Open in April, but subsequently missed the cut at the Masters and finished tied for 14th at the Cadillac Championship at Doral. Visiting Shinnecock Hills for the first time, Spaun emphasized the need to acclimatize to the venue. He advised that he learns from past experiences, citing his second Masters appearance where he felt he waited too long before playing, suggesting a strategy of arriving early to familiarize himself with the course and logistics, similar to his approach during the previous U.S. Open. Top tennis players, including #1 Aryna Sabalenka, have issued a strong call for a boycott if they do not secure a larger share of Grand Slam tournament revenues. Sabalenka stated that players deserve a greater percentage of the revenue generated by these major events, suggesting a walkout may be necessary to fight for better compensation. Sabalenka and fellow top-ranked players, such as Jannik Sinner, expressed deep disappointment regarding the prize money structure at the French Open. They argued that without their participation, the tournaments lack entertainment value and that they are owed a larger financial stake. The players are also demanding improved representation, better health options, and enhanced pension plans from the 4 Grand Slam tournaments: the Australian Open, French Open, Wimbledon, and the U.S. Open. While French Open organizers recently announced a 10% increase in overall prize money, players contend that the underlying revenue figures indicate a smaller share for the athletes. They claim their revenue share at Roland Garros has decreased from 15.5% in 2024 to a projected 14.9% in 2026. Other players have voiced support for collective action. Coco Gauff pointed to a recent WNBA collective bargaining agreement as a model for success, emphasizing the need for unionization to achieve major progress. While Gauff did not report hearing about specific walkout discussions, she stressed the need for collaboration. Aryna Sabalenka indicated she would follow the lead of her peers, stating that if a majority decided to boycott, she would participate. Raducanu also highlighted the issue of taxation, noting that increased prize money often goes toward taxes. Jasmine Paolini also supported the boycott option, believing that unity between the men's and women's players could make such a move feasible. Paolini contrasted the Grand Slams with the WTA and ATP Tour, which she noted offer better benefits like maternity leave and retirement plans. Iga Swiatek urged for dialogue, emphasizing the importance of communication with governing bodies to negotiate before the next French Open. She cautioned that a boycott is an extreme measure. The players calculated that the prize money as a percentage of revenue at Roland Garros is likely to remain below 15%, significantly short of the 22% requested by players to align Grand Slam revenue shares with ATP and WTA combined 1,000 events. In contrast, the Australian Open increased player compensation by 16% this year, and the U.S. Open prize money rose by 20% last year. The French Open is scheduled to begin on May 24, with singles champions receiving €2.8 million and runners-up €1.4 million. Chattanooga, Tennessee, a local golfer is closing in on a major championship. UTC sophomore Ward Harris has advanced to final qualifying for the U.S. Open following a strong performance in Florida. Harris recorded a 3-under-68 at the local qualifier at Raven Golf Club in Sandyston, finishing tied for third to secure his spot in the final qualifying round. The rigorous final qualifying process is scheduled to take place at various sites across the country between May 18 and June 8. The main U.S. Open event is set to occur from June 18 through 21 at Shinnecock Hills. Harris has established a strong background in collegiate golf, having recently earned all Southern Conference honors and played a key role in leading the Mocs to the 2026 SoCon Championship. The university also boasts a history of golfers participating in the U.S. Open, with past achievements including former Moc Stephen Fox competing in the 2013 event after winning the U.S. Amateur, and Stefan Jaeger achieving a top 25 finish in a recent Open in 2024. Harris's next round of qualifying will be crucial in determining his participation in the main event. Additionally, the Mocs are awaiting confirmation of their NCAA regional destination, with an announcement anticipated this week. Further updates will be provided as more information becomes available. Emma Raducanu abruptly withdrew from the Italian Open moments after expressing optimism during a press conference, citing post-viral syndrome. This marks the fourth consecutive tournament she has failed to compete in, casting a significant shadow over her season. Raducanu had appeared physically present and stated she felt better, but the news of her withdrawal due to illness has intensified scrutiny. Her last competitive match was a loss in the R32 of the Indian Wells tournament in early March. The timing is particularly detrimental, as she missed a crucial opportunity to gain competitive clay court experience before Roland Garros. The withdrawal has serious ranking implications. By skipping Rome, Raducanu forfeits the 120 ranking points she earned last year and is projected to drop to number 37 in the live rankings, jeopardizing her seeding prospects at Roland Garros. Raducanu had previously climbed to the world number 30 following a 2025 season, where she secured seeded positions at the Slams. The illness stems from a virus she contracted at the Transylvania Open in February, with lingering effects that have repeatedly interrupted her training and competition. Experts, including former number 1 Greg Rusedski, have emphasized the necessity for Raducanu to prioritize recovery, focusing on health, nutrition, and addressing the virus before attempting to regain form. This absence of clay court play before Roland Garros presents a major disadvantage, given the importance of clay court preparation. The story highlights a period of uncertainty for Raducanu's 2026 season, characterized by fluctuating rankings, tournament questions, and the ongoing struggle to overcome a persistent health issue, underscoring that while talent remains, consistent on-court time is currently elusive.